Good afternoon. My name is Gerald Kapinos, and I'm the Director of Operations for Student Veterans of America. First, I'd like to thank the fine folks at Points of Light for inviting me to speak here today, and also I'd like to thank Tricia Thompson for putting this together. I'd also like to extend some recognition to some of the other folks who've helped our organization grow and thrive through the past few years, such as Lieutenant Colonel Henderson and the entire JCF staff, Mr. Todd Bowers from JP Morgan Chase, representatives from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Colonel David Sutherland, Mr. Rodrigo Garcia, representatives from Givenhour, the Mission Continues, Pat Tillman Foundation, Bank of America, and most importantly, the foundation of our organization, and some of who are here today are the chapter leaders and members of each one of our groups. As an introduction to Student Veterans of America, we are first coalition of student veteran groups on college campuses around the country. Our vision is for all veterans to succeed in higher education, achieve their academic goals, and gain meaningful employment. Our mission is to provide military veterans with resources, support, and advocacy needed to succeed in higher education and following graduation. There are a few key issues many veterans face when matriculating onto campus. Some of these already have solutions in place to help veteran transition back into civilian society, such as a GI Bill or on-campus resources such as career and disability centers. However, we found one critical ingredient did not exist on many campuses. That was the presence of a peer support network. In the military, no matter how difficult the situation, most of us usually had our brothers and sisters in arms to rely on for that emotional and psychological support. However, when we arrive on campus, we do so as individuals. Now, this problem is not exclusive to veterans, but a veteran often has a significant age gap, different maturity levels, different language and customs, and vastly different life experiences from the traditional college student right out of high school, preventing those relationships from forming. The Sva model is to develop and sustain those local peer-to-peer support networks on college campuses, which hopefully fill that void. These networks are a specific type of student organization, and when affiliated with Sva are officially recognized as chapters. This network can aid the veteran in their integration with members often acting like an older brother or sister. These groups can often share with the recently separated veteran some of the tips and tricks to be successful in school, as well as form a buddy system. This system of support can also be beneficial as a check on their mental state. A student veteran who is sinking into depression or having issues may be noticeable to a group of peers who can then recognize that person's change over time. Likewise, they can be the conduit for information, not only recognizing the symptoms, but also connecting their buddies with the appropriate help when necessary. Our model started with only a handful of chapters in 2008 and has grown to a network of over 500 chapters across the nation. In support, a 2010 RAND Corporation study titled Service Members in School found that 61% of survey participants described the support they receive from fellow veterans as quite or extremely helpful in pursuit of their education goals. So we are trying to promote an innovative local solution to help veterans succeed. Another problem we have found is connected with employment or post-graduation success. Many studies have already shown that a person's education level increases, there is a proportional decrease in their unemployment rate. Thus, persons with a bachelor degree have an unemployment rate approximately half of that of persons with only a high school education. But in this economy, jobs are becoming increasingly competitive. One thing we've heard over and over is the importance of an internship for companies when looking to hire recent college graduates. Many veterans, though, do not or cannot participate in summer internship programs, which could potentially improve their chances for post-graduation success. One of the reasons is, first, the question an individual may ask is there really a need for an individual to demonstrate their work ethic and abilities after they've already been in the military? Also, many veterans have families, and paid internships are few and far between, so they cannot afford to participate in unpaid internships, despite how beneficial it may be. The GI Bill often does not cover any unpaid internships, and that's usually the veteran's sole source of income. So we at Sva have created an innovative approach to this issue. One of our programs we launched last year is called the Internship Support Program. Our approach offers a monthly stipend for student veterans during the summer months who are participating in an unpaid internship. The monthly stipend is not a lot, but our hope is to defray some of the participants' living costs while they improve their employment prospects. This allows them to not only get an inside look at a company, organization, or agency, but also gives them an opportunity to start building that professional network and hopefully give them a job tryout. Once more, in addition, there are many efforts out there to help veterans either tweak or translate their resumes, but I feel this is only half the battle and does not go far enough. In my personal opinion, I don't think any amount of wordsmithing can effectively communicate on paper many of the intangibles that veterans can bring to a company, such as dedication, problem solving, or proven leadership, to name a few. So an additional benefit of this program is to hopefully provide a first-hand experience for employers to see that higher quality of employee that a college-educated veteran can bring to their team. Now I realize that these solutions we've developed do not solve every problem that are out there, particularly ones concerning veterans. They only address two. But the larger point is that we all bear a responsibility to help our servicemen and women transition back into the civilian society, and in many cases this cannot be done except through innovative approaches. I thank you and thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest.